Thank you for being here. It's glorious. It's beautiful. Thank you for weathering the sun. We've got a dream team up here. For those of you who might have been at our event 2 months ago, was it even two full months at Heritage Gardens, it feels like deja vu in a good way. So if all this team's coming together again, it means something important is happening. So it's great to see very familiar faces here again. Statistic I shared at our Heritage Gardens event. Oh, thank you. You'd think I'd done this before. Hi, I'm Ed Holder with Mercy Housing. Yeah, right, exactly. This is the beauty of groundbreakings. They have a little bit more casual vibe. So I actually like that. Thank you, Mayor. At Heritage Gardens in September, I noted that 20 years ago, 10% of the homeless population was made up by adults over 50. That number is now 50%. So we've seen it in this community. We've seen it in communities across Southern California. Heritage Gardens is sort of a sister community to 300 Alamitos, and our partner, Yasmin Tong from CTY Housing, will talk a little bit more about the project that will be coming up here in the coming months and years. But one of the things I was talking with Vice Mayor Allen about the timeline on this, and timelines might sound boring, but they excite me a little bit because we're fundamentally all project managers here. And I was going back and looking at the schedule and how fast this moved. So Mercy Housing acquired the site with the land fund. I want to acknowledge Melissa Garcia, who's our director of Mercy Housing's land fund. It's a $50-ish million fund that allows us to go out and buy sites quickly. And this was actually our first acquisition, which made me very happy that it was in my hometown. But we bought this site in May of 2023. We had entitlements, land use approvals through the city about a month later. We had applied even while we were in escrow. We got a commitment of funding, capital funding and vouchers from the city also in May of 23. The National Housing Trust Fund, as administered by HCD, went out for a notice of funding availability at the end of the year in 2023, and we applied basically at the very beginning of 24. We were awarded a commitment in February of 24. We applied and received bonds and credits in May of 25. We got a commitment of county funds in April of, May of 24 for the bonds and credits. We got a commitment of county funding, soft commitment in April, and then the firm commitment in October, just a month ago. And we closed last week. So let me just congratulate everybody that made this happen so quickly. So 18 months from acquisition to this day is, I know we talk about slow and pace and we all want it to go faster, but 18 months is about as fast as I've seen. So we should really give thanks, pat ourselves on our collective backs and give thanks for, at this season, for being here in really record time. I want to bring up now our partner on this, our co-general partner, Yasmin Tong from CTY Housing. I've known Yasmin for 20 plus years when I was actually at another developer, the Olson Company, and she was at the California Community Foundation and the Land Trust, and we've sort of grown up, well, I've grown up. She was already established houser, but she's one of the most respected housers, developers, problem solvers in our region, and is now, we're very proud to say, a co-owner, and will be a co-owner at 300 Alamitos. So Yasmin.
I'm going to have to adjust this a little bit since Ed's a good foot taller than I am. Thank you, Ed, and thank you everyone for joining us in this celebration at 300 Alamitos. This marks an important milestone, not only for the city and the citizens of Long Beach, but also for my organization, CTY Housing, which was founded almost 20 years ago as a consulting firm. We've been involved in the planning and development of more than 8,000 affordable homes in California, But this is our first development as co-owner and co-developer. And I want to take a moment to thank Mercy Housing California for inviting my company to partner with them on this development. I am a woman and a person of color, but you might not see me as the founder of a company. Up until now, I've taken all the responsibility and the risk for growing C2Y housing. And as a result, I could only take the company so far on my own. Working on a development of this scale would not have been possible without a partner. Mercy brought so many things to the table: the acquisition fund, financial strength, a development track record, lender and investor relationships, asset management and property management capacity, insurance and accounting support, as well as the amazing team that put together this event today. And above all, a willingness to be a great partner. Words can't express my appreciation for this collaboration that launches C2I into its next phase of growth. All I can do is pay it forward by continuing to honor the values and mission of Mercy Housing, by bringing more high-quality, affordable housing to California with the same level of excellence, care, and thoughtfulness that Mercy brings to all of its work. Our partnership is an example of how 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2, but in this case leads to 82 new affordable homes. So let me tell you about what's going to be built here. This parking lot will become a 5-story building with 82 one-bedroom permanent homes affordable to seniors age 55 and over. All of those seniors will be low income, and about half of them will have experienced homelessness. The building and program and the programs that will house are designed to offer residents the privacy and dignity that they deserve, along with on-site programs that will keep them connected to each other and engaged in the community. The first floor will have parking, community spaces, and offices. The second floor will have a large open-air courtyard, and the rest of the floors will be one-bedroom apartments. Mercy Housing Management Group will be the property manager, and Heritage Clinic will be the provider of intensive case management services. I want to acknowledge my staff for achieving this milestone with me, in particular Sonia Andrew, who managed the project for the last 18 months, and Mercy's LA development staff, who worked closely with us to make this development a reality. Ed Holder, Erica Villablanca, and Jennifer Barrias, thank you. It's been a privilege to collaborate with you on this development, and I look forward to continuing to build on this foundation that we're celebrating today. Thank you.
Thank you, Yasmin. Next, I'd like to bring up a man who doesn't really need an introduction, but I would say, so the city of Long Beach invested $5 million of capital into this project and 40 project-based vouchers. Having those so early into the project, having those committed, is what allowed us to meet that time frame that I went through. Wouldn't happen without a mayor and a city council who is absolutely committed in ways that you're hard-pressed to find, certainly in this region and in the state, to making an impact in addressing the housing shortage in the city. Mayor Rex Richardson is leading in so many areas: technology, clean energy, blue tech, Space Beach. But for us here today, he's one of the region's leaders and certainly a leader in the city on the issue that's before us. We just a few weeks ago passed Measure A, and Mayor Richardson is now going to be the chair of La Casa, which is the LA County Homeless or Housing Solutions Agency, which will be administering and directing $1.2 billion a year. So grateful to all of you who helped support Measure A, and grateful to Mayor Richardson and his team for directing those resources, not just for the city, but for the county. So honored to have this partnership with Mayor Richardson and his team, and to bring him up now.
All right, let's hear it for Ed and the team at Mercy Housing. I feel like it was 2 months ago we were together. Just 2 months ago, opening Heritage Gardens, which is a beautiful project, and on a historic, in a historic cultural district, African American cultural district, that really has helped elevate that corner. And I just want to thank Mercy Housing and their team for their ongoing commitment to the city of Long Beach. Thank you so much. It's fantastic to be here at yet another groundbreaking. Last year we hit a record. We had more housing starts and more affordable housing starts and more ADUs, the ADU per capita leader in California. That was last year. And this year we're on track in terms of groundbreakings and ribbon cuttings. We're on track for another landmark year for Long Beach. So we certainly believe in housing here. We believe in it. We want to build it. We believe in the power of housing. And we simply want it to be affordable for our residents to live in it. So we certainly want to thank all of you. Many hands make light work. This isn't one individual, it's an entire team. And we have a lot of individuals across the Long Beach team that help to make housing possible. I want to recognize Vice Mayor Cindy Allen, who's an incredible leader on the City Council. Eva Melgarejo, Director, Long Beach Community Investment Company, who invested in this project and continues to invest in more projects across our city. And Topolewski, Deputy Executive Director of our Housing Authority of Long Beach. And you know that this is a project, we're using project-based vouchers here, so that's an important part of how this project is made happen. And then where's Karen Reside? Right here. Long Beach Great Panthers. Karen Reside. Every budget season, Karen is at the dais speaking up for seniors and making sure that seniors are at the table. If you're not at the table, you end up on the menu. Well, you have done a great job, Karen, and this is going to be more than 80 new units of housing for our seniors. So thank you so much. So I just want to recognize and thank all of our Long Beach City team, and I see Paul Duncan and Christopher Kuntz in Development Services, our entire Long Beach team. Let's hear it for all of them for helping to make this project happen. So we've opened 3 other affordable housing developments just this year, one of which was, again, Heritage Gardens, a Mercy Housing success story. And we're proud that Mercy has helped us create 300 units of affordable housing for seniors in Long Beach with St. Mary Tower, Heritage Garden, and now 300 Alamitos. And I'm pretty sure it's going to have a cool name because Mercy knows how to name their projects. These are 2 of our most vulnerable groups of residents, low-income seniors and veterans. And so we certainly appreciate their leadership here. It reflects our commitment to all residents in our city and to our most vulnerable residents. Additionally, we're just blocks away from the new location for our senior center, which we're making big investments in at First and Elm. So we see a lot of synergy and opportunities for services for our seniors here. Along with in-house amenities, residents are also going to be able to live in a very walkable, a highly walkable community with protected bike lanes, access to transit, access to metro, many local shops and businesses within our downtown community. And so what this means is through this partnership, we're creating a livable community for more than 80 residents here. And that means they're going to be able to age in place with dignity, which is all of our goal, to make sure that people in our city can live with dignity and thrive. And that's our hope. And that's why we're all here, because we all understand that building more housing is one of the only ways to ensure that no matter your income, people have a safe and healthy place to live. So this is one project, but we have a whole lot more to do. Thank you for referencing the most recent update with LA County Measure A. That is a game changer, opening up new resources and capacity citywide so that all 88 cities, all 89 jurisdictions across the county can participate in housing production. It's not just going to be on Los Angeles and Long Beach and a handful of cities. All of us need to have the tools and the resources to make sure that people can afford to live in the communities they currently live in. So we certainly look forward to, and we don't quite get the whole 1.2 billion at La Casa. The county gets a lot. We get about 40%, right? We get about 40%, but about 40% of that funding goes to housing production, right? Prop H was largely homeless services, which is incredibly important, and that was set to expire in 2027. And so we've continued that funding, but created a new dedicated source of funding for housing production across the county. And this is big because cities haven't had a dedicated source of funding, a dedicated source of revenue for housing production since the loss of redevelopment back in 2013. So we're going on 15 years, right? No, excuse me, no, that's not 15. My math is off. Going on, so more than a decade, going on 12 years since the loss of redevelopment, where 20% of every dollar had to go to preservation and production of affordable housing. And finally, because of the voters of Los Angeles County, we have a solution for that. So that means we're going to see more groundbreakings, more ribbon cuttings, and ultimately more people living in stable housing. So thank you so much. Congratulations to Mercy Housing, and let's keep up our progress. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Now I'd like to invite Vice Mayor Cindy Allen to join, but before this started, she and I were reminiscing a bit, or I was kind of going back to one of the first calls we had. Actually, this was when Connor was on her staff, and this was just starting. And the immediate support and recognition that this is an important project and that the city would be behind the effort to do this is what gave Mercy the comfort to buy this site, right? You need that sort of indication early on. Doesn't mean it's a slam dunk, doesn't mean things won't get changed and moved and improved, but you really need that support very, very early on. And so we were deeply appreciative of Vice Mayor Allen to give us that early indication of support and significance of this project. We're standing at the gateway to the 2nd District, and Vice Mayor Allen is a warrior in the city. She's been a Long Beach police officer, a small business owner. She serves on a number of significant commissions, including, I believe it was SCAG and the National League of Cities. She understands how important housing is to her district and to her constituents. We're grateful to bring her up and to honor her support and her team's support in getting us to this very important milestone. Vice Mayor Allen.
Well, thank you, everyone. Good morning. I tell you, Ed, it seems like it was longer, but the time did fly. And I tell you, I love Ed as a builder here. Someone that lives in our community, that understands our community. And I tell you, Ed, we're going to get you on roller skates when we open our roller ring down there, and we're going to, so that's happening soon. So we're going to see you down there on those roller skates. But yeah, good morning and welcome to the 2nd District. And I just want to say welcome to all of you to this day. It's just really fantastic. It's always great when we have another affordable housing project in Long Beach, right? So I can't tell you how proud I am of the project. I know we've talked a little bit about the project already, but it's a beautiful contemporary development, and most importantly, and I know Karen loves this, but it's going to support older, lower income adults and senior veterans who have experienced homelessness in our community, and that's so important and a need that's being filled. 300 Alamitos and similar developments nearby are revitalizing our greater downtown area with the much needed economic development and just opportunities for our residents. Sustainability housing projects like this one will not only be a positive impact on its residents, but it's just also a benefit to the whole community at large. With this successful partnership with Mercy Housing, together as a community, we can address our housing needs and provide quality housing and resources to the residents that need it so desperately. So thank you, Mayor Rex Richardson, for your leadership. Thank you for all the work that you're doing on everything housing and your leadership on La Casa. So I appreciate you. And also just want to say thank you to Supervisor Janice Hahn's office for their dedication on affordable housing in the Los Angeles County. And of course, thank you to Mercy Housing for your partnership and your investment in Long Beach. Let's give them another round of applause. And then certainly, thank you to the Long Beach Community Investment Company and the Housing Authority of the City of Long Beach for all you do to transform the lives of Long Beach residents. And yes, lastly, a big, big, big thank you to the Long Beach Community Development Department, particularly for the hardworking housing and neighborhood services. So thank you for everyone involved. This is incredible that we got this project done so quickly. It really is a testament to all the partnership and all the great folks we have working here in Long Beach. So let's get more affordable housing ASAP. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. As I noted, we received almost $14 million from the State Department of Housing and Community Development through a National Housing Trust program that was put out to us at the end of last year. We responded. We had a very quick commitment, and that's what allowed us to apply for 9% credits so quickly and be competitive and win our first time. Director Gustavo Velasquez is sure known to all of us. His leadership at a state level has seen us through a lot of change, a lot of challenges. They are fighting for every dollar possible to get as much housing built and as creatively as possible. So many new programs coming online, some of which were approved earlier this year with Proposition 1. And we continue to look to HCD for leadership, not just in funding, but also in accountability. And it's great to have that part of the state that's so focused not just on funding new projects, but ensuring that all cities do their fair share to meet the challenge. So grateful to have Gustavo here today and recognize our continued and significant partnership with HCD.
Thank you, Ed. Good morning. Buenos dias. It's great to be here this morning, this beautiful Monday here in Long Beach. Thank you to Mayor Richardson, Mercy Housing CTY, all the partners that are going to be making this project possible. And I have to say, the dates, when you were, Ed, talking about the dates, the sequence of how you got to all the capital stack that is needed. Yes, there's a lot of investment into affordable housing. Just this year alone, my office is putting out $4.7 billion in affordable housing programs. In fact, we are within hours, not days, of the governor announcing the HomeKey Plus program will be more than $2 billion for permanent supportive housing for veterans and people experiencing behavioral health challenges. And we're on a roll, right? But hearing Ed talk about how quickly this particular project moved in the financing is very helpful, because we know how hard it is in California, in spite of billions of dollars in affordable housing programs, how hard it is to get to the construction phase, and the challenges of financing, the challenges of just a lot of regulations developers have to go through. So we're doing all we can in Sacramento to reduce those times, right? This competition of the National Housing Trust Fund, it was very hard. I hear it's been one of the hardest programs to apply to, but I tell you, hard is better than nothing. And we are about to have a transition in Washington, D.C., and so we have to use all of our influence, especially organizations that are national, Mercy is national, to ensure that the incoming Congress knows how valuable programs like the National Housing Trust Fund are, because we are hearing pretty bad signals about programs exactly like the program that is funding nearly $14 million for this project to happen. And so we have to stay on being very persistent of the value, the benefit of this program. And yes, it's very expensive to build affordable housing. In fact, the average in this part of the state per door for new construction is between $680,000, $720,000 per door. So it is very complex, it's very expensive, is lengthy. But this project, this particular project, 85 units for seniors, 55 and older, prove that things can be done more expeditiously, that when partners come together and we have a mayor a city council, local elected leaders, a county that is behind project like this, things can happen much faster. But we do need to retain the investments coming out of Washington, D.C. for programs like the National Housing Trust Fund. It is extremely important for us to, again, use all our influences for that to happen. And speaking about seniors, Long Beach, I think the last statistic is around 15% people over 65 residents here in Long Beach. But as was mentioned, is one of the fastest growing population segment for people that become homeless. Of course, we know, right? On fixed income, rising rents, there with so many other expenses associated with being a senior, you are going to be just like right there, like close to the edge to become homeless. And that is why it's one of the fastest growing segments of the homeless population, alongside, in the last 3 years, very rapid growth in homeless persons ages 18 to 24. And so if we see more projects for young people and more projects for seniors, we are really addressing two of the most important populations in our state that are confronted by the crisis of homelessness, which is, as Governor Newsom has said, the crisis of our time. This is the crisis of our time. And so I just want to say, in addition to proximity to all the amenities, all the services that seniors will need, in addition to being a very climate-friendly building when it gets built, in addition to the speed, in addition to the amazing partnership put together, this really is a project that has to be celebrated. Thank you again for the city of Long Beach being such a strong supporter with the state of affordable housing and all of our homelessness programs. We are eager to see what else is in store for the city of Long Beach, but so far things are looking great. I was just recently at the grand opening, I think, at the Heritage Gardens recently. So it seems like, we are on a roll here in Long Beach. So I appreciate all of you for your commitment to maintaining livability, high standards of living for low and moderate income people here in Long Beach. So thank you very much to Mercy and to everybody.
Thank you, Gustavo. Now I want to turn our focus to the county. We're in the 4th District. Supervisor Hahn has been a champion of housing for decades. And again, we're grateful for the $1.6 million in No Place Like Home funding that we were able to secure into this fairly late in the process too, and ensure that those resources are available to support our most vulnerable seniors that will be living here. Also want to recognize that it's through the county that Measure H will provide the case management and services that will support our seniors. It is obviously much more than a home, and allow them to stabilize and thrive and continue to age in place with dignity. Grateful to see Jeanette Kristen again here. She was at Heritage as well. Again, it's part of the dream team for Long Beach that's been at these events and representing the 4th District. She's the field deputy for Signal Hill and Long Beach and knows firsthand the significance of this project. We look forward to more opportunities, not just for Mercy, but broadly with the county and with the 4th, particularly with Measure A now passing. There's so much opportunity in front of us, even as we face some federal headwinds. So, Jeanette, thank you for coming.
Good afternoon, Long Beach. My name is Jeanette Christian, and I'm here on behalf of LA County Board Supervisor Janice Hahn. It's so good to be here again to celebrate with Mercy Housing the groundbreaking at 300 Alamitos, which will bring 82 units for veterans and seniors right here in Long Beach. As we know, and as Gustavo said, homelessness and housing are the crisis of our time. And it's our moral obligation to meet the crisis and do everything we can to bring more people inside and safely. When the supervisor was first elected, she told all her cities that if they said yes and were willing to step up and support solutions, that she would do everything in her power to bring them money to help fund the project. And thanks to Long Beach, the city, the residents, and the leaders, Long Beach continues to say yes to housing. We've had a great partnership with the city of Long Beach, too many to name. We've turned old motels into housing. We've helped purchase the winter shelter, and we also had some of our first pathway homes, which is encampment resolutions, right here in Long Beach. I want to shout out our County Commissioner Connor Locke and Karen, who are here obviously advocating on behalf of seniors and homeless and housing right here in Long Beach. Thank you so much to LA County LACDA for bringing $1.6 million to the project. And we want to thank the Mayor Richardson and Vice Mayor Allen for continuing to say yes to partnering with us and to partnering to bring affordable housing to all in Long Beach. Thank you to Mercy Housing for all your work, and we're excited for your project. Congratulations.
Thanks, Jeanette. Now I want to bring up Tracy Mann. So Tracy is the Chief of Programs for the LA County County Development Authority. If there's anything in housing, Tracy oversees it. I was just refreshing. So housing assistance, community development, housing investment and finance, which helped fund this project, rental assistance, RAD, rental assistance demonstration, and housing operations. It's a really significant portfolio of work that Tracy has under her and that her team executes on a daily basis. We love working with the county. The staff at the CDA and the housing investment and finance team is exceptional, creative, problem-solving, innovative. There's a lot that they are managing, and there's a lot of money that they push out and adapt. They listen, all the things you want and might expect of a small organization, but a really large organization that understands how to move the needle and put money to work. So Tracy, very grateful for you and your team's continued partnership here and for all that you do to make projects like 300 Alamitos possible.
Thanks so much, Ed. It's always a pleasure to be here. And as mentioned, I am Tracy Mann, the Deputy Executive Director and Chief of Programs with the LACDA. And it is my distinct honor and pleasure to be here with you all today. First, I want to congratulate Mercy Housing and CTY Housing on the start of construction of 300 Alamitos. The development will feature, as was mentioned, 82 units, including 40 supportive and 41 general affordable units for low-income and formerly unhoused seniors. We at the LACDA have a long-standing relationship with Mercy Housing on numerous projects, including critical developments like 6th Street Place and Heritage Gardens, as was just mentioned. These developments and others in the pipeline represent the LACDA's continued commitment to funding permanent supportive housing and affordable housing across the county to support our most vulnerable populations. And as has been mentioned, we were proud to support this development by providing over $1.6 million in No Place Like Home funds. So while I was thinking about what to speak about today, I was reminded of a movie I just recently saw called Here, starring Tom Hanks and Robin Wright, Forrest Gump, and Jenny. The film's premise is watching the lives of 4 families in one house that was built at the turn of the 20th century. One particular scene that stood out for me was the foundation of the house being laid on what was formerly the grounds owned by Ben Franklin, and then watching the progression of the memories of those families who subsequently resided in that home. The audience is exposed to the highs and lows experienced by those families, but memories were made, and you see them thriving while in a stable home. While this is not a plug for the movie, I correlate this to what 300 Alamitos will mean for the new residents, allowing them to age in place while creating new memories for themselves and memories for future residents. So with that said, I want to express my appreciation for the tremendous support provided by the LACDA's Housing Investment and Finance team, including project manager Alexander Hong, who I believe is not here, but I would like to acknowledge Assistant Project Manager Meredith Sharkey, Their dedication and collaboration were essential in helping us move forward with this project and ensuring its successful construction start. Thanks to all of the partners who have a part in this project, while we create a new space for upcoming residents to benefit from housing stability and create their own new memories. Thank you for allowing me to be here with you today, and I look forward to attending the grand opening. Have a good day.
Thank you, Tracy. That was a good plug for the movie. If you've seen I can't watch that preview without tearing up. So if you've seen that, that was a good plug. Maybe I don't know if I can make it through it. It looks like a great movie, though. It looks very good. Want to turn now to the city contribution again. $5 million early into the project is again what gave Melissa, our board, me, our leadership comfort that the city was behind this project and that we were going to be able to find a way forward for this. And whatever is going on at the community investment company, we need to spread the news because there's so much happening locally here, and I've sat in some of those board meetings and see the volume that the committee is reviewing, and how quickly they are to move projects and make effective use of those funds early in projects. And that I can't emphasize that enough. Those early investments are really what allow things to take flight. Eva's a director with the investment company and is on the leadership for that and has helped guide those. She was with us at Heritage Gardens, where I think we received $7 million from the investment company as well. So continued thanks to the city for recognizing the importance of early and significant dollars to keep these projects moving. Thanks, Eva.
Buenos días. I have to say this is such a heartwarming space for me. I worked 6 years at the Museum of Latin American Art, which is 3 blocks away, and to know that we're going to be housing 82 seniors or more, and that they are going to have access, walkability, 3 blocks away from the museum, it's simply amazing. And it is free on Sundays, by the way. That is a plug for MOLA. Well, good morning again. My name is Eva Melgarejo. I am one of the directors for the LBCIC. On behalf of the Long Beach Community Investment Company, we are deeply honored today to participate in the start of yet another wonderful housing 300 Alamitos. Known simply as the LBCIC, we're a nonprofit affiliate created by the City of Long Beach to help provide sustainable housing, revitalizing neighborhoods, and promote livability in our beautiful city. Committed to allocating resources to areas of greatest needs like with this project, the LBCIC continues to address the pressing demand for more affordable housing within our city. We are proud to have provided $5 million in state funding support to Mercy for 300 Alamitos. The LBCIC continues to proudly invest in supportive housing communities that create safe, healthy environments for some of our Long Beach residents who are in need. Affordable housing options like 300 Alamitos show our commitment to the vitality of our great city while honoring the life experiences and challenges of its population. As I stand here on this old vacant parking lot, I take great pride in the dedication that the LBCIC and the city to help transform properties like this. It's worth repeating. Quality housing, safe, smart, affordable housing fortifies all of our neighborhoods and makes our city a more vibrant place to live, work, and visit. Thank you to Mayor Rex Richardson for your outstanding leadership and unwavering commitment to affordable housing in Long Beach. To our Vice Mayor Allen for your vision and dedication to this community. Of course, I extend my sincere appreciation to Mercy Housing California for our continued partnership and for your staff's devotion to work with various other partners to build affordable housing in our communities. And I offer a final thank you to all the hardworking staff at the Long Beach Community Development who have helped make this possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Eva. Anna Tupolewski is not able to join us today, but I want to recognize the significant role that the Housing Authority played in funding this project. The 40 vouchers that were mentioned earlier are essential to supporting the 40 apartments that will house formerly homeless seniors. Those vouchers ensure that our residents will pay no more than 30% of their income, even if there is zero income, and that is essential, paired with the Measure H case management to stabilizing the seniors who will live here. So again, and those vouchers came very early. Again, a really significant part of being able to move this project forward at the pace that it did. Speaking of services, I want to now recognize Jen Bailey, who is with the county's Department of Mental Health, and we love buildings. We love nice-looking buildings. This is going to be a great-looking building, but we all know that it's what happens inside of the apartments and inside of the service spaces that is what we are all here for. It's what drives us to do this work. And Jen has been at the forefront and the front lines of that work and knows deeply the work that's ahead of us. We'll be partnering with DMH and with the team at Heritage to provide services for the 40 households that will live in the supportive housing unit. So, Jen, grateful for you and your team's partnership here, and know that you're going to be doing really the most significant work here, and we're grateful for your commitment to it. Thanks, Jen.
I should have picked a seat that was a little bit more in the sun. I'm freezing back there, but hello, everybody. I'm Jennifer Bailey, and I am with LA County Department of Mental Health, and I directly oversee the mental health services that are in Long Beach. And I'm really excited for this new adventure and to be really promoting mental health wellness, recovery, and a lot of the support that will be needed. So let's get started. Today, I'm really excited to be a part of this break ground of an incredible project that will not only provide safe but affordable housing, but will foster a supportive community environment crucial for both physical and mental health well-being. This development at 300 Alamitos is more than just a building. It is a step towards greater dignity, stability, and mental well-being for our senior residents. Once a simple parking lot, this space will be a vibrant community with ample open space on the second floor dedicated to fostering connections among residents, a vital component of mental health well-being. Access to affordable housing is foundational to a mental health. When seniors live in a place that is affordable, they experience less stress, greater stability, and foster a sense of security. The open spaces we're creating here are intentionally designed to foster connection. Research shows that isolation is one of the largest contributors to mental health challenges in older adults. Having a shared space where residents can interact, host events, or simply spend time in a peaceful outdoor environment helps reduce loneliness and builds community. We're grateful for Mercy Housing in California for their vision and commitment to supporting our city's seniors by providing affordable housing that doesn't just meet a financial need, but also addresses the need for safety, community, and mental health and well-being. Their commitment to affordable, high-quality senior housing enables residents to focus on what truly matters in this stage of their life, their well-being, relationships, and quality of life. Today, we're breaking ground on more than just a building. We're building peace of mind, safety, and a more connected community. I want to thank all of you for being here to support this wonderful, essential project and for joining us in creating a brighter, more supportive future for our seniors. And congratulations to all of you for this achievement. Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Jennifer. So rounding out the funding on this, Wells Fargo is one of our longest and I probably should have looked up the number. We've done a lot of projects with Wells Fargo. Maybe for the dedication, I'll know that number. But it's a lot, and they're a really significant partner. They provide equity and debt to these projects. So for those who may not know how these are funded, one of the most significant funding sources is a low-income housing tax credit program, which we need to continue to fight for and not presume that it's going to. We believe it'll continue, but we need to continue to fight. Echoing Gustavo's words earlier. But Wells Fargo buys those tax credits and in turn invests those resources into projects and will generate a tax benefit over a 10-year period. And they also create a construction loan to help build this. It's a $33 million construction loan and $34 million of equity. Significant investments into this project. Julie is the Julie Tamanpas is the Associate Vice President of Philanthropy and Community Impact at Wells Fargo. Grateful for her to represent the Wells Fargo team here and to recognize and all the work that we do with them broadly. I could go on about Wells. We do work with them in the Bay Area, Sacramento, and they do some of the hardest projects with very challenging underwriting. We don't need to go into that now, but they figure out how to do things and how to give competitive pricing. We always love competitive pricing from our investment partners, so they give really good terms, which we also love. So Julie, thank you for representing Wells Fargo today.
Good morning. It's such a pleasure to be here among such powerhouse leaders in affordable housing, especially here in Long Beach. Julie Tamanpas. I get to represent Wells Fargo and the Wells Fargo Foundation, where we deploy about $300 million in philanthropic grant funding across nonprofit partners in the nation, and Mercy Housing is one of our really long-standing partners. Our relationship with Mercy spans over 25 years. And we consider Mercy to be one of our top clients in California and across the nation. Wells Fargo has a long history of being a leader in the industry of affordable housing, and we have one of the largest affordable housing footprints across the U.S. We are also one of the top LIHTC investors in affordable housing for the last decade. CRE invested $2.7 billion in LIHTC equity in 2023, and our community lending and investment group has provided over $3 billion of financing of affordable housing last year as well. All of this commitment delivered approximately 13,000 units of affordable housing in the nation. We are just so proud to be a partner with Mercy Housing, just in the way that we've already heard that you're able to get projects through the finish line in a cutthroat manner, but also in the way that you innovate. Wells Fargo was very proud to provide the inaugural contribution to the Sunnydale Affordable Housing and Essential Services Endowment in the Bay Area, which would create a sustainable source of funding for ongoing essential services and programs that promote housing stability, economic opportunity, and improve quality of life for the LMI residents of the Sunnydale housing development. So we'd love to see more of that. We're really proud to be a partner here, especially in Long Beach, and thank you to Mayor Richardson and Vice Mayor Allen for your leadership in affordable housing. And let's get our seniors home. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie. If you do find yourself in the Bay Area and want to see Sunnydale, look me up. It's a 50-acre redevelopment of public housing. And what Julie was referencing is what we call the hub. It's a magnificent mass timber build. It's a stunning property, a facility that's going to be the heart of Sunnydale and the eventually 1,500 residents that will live there. So if you happen to be in the Bay Area and want to see, or 1,500 apartments, if you want to see Sunnydale, look any of us up. We'd be happy to show you. It's an incredible transformation. So now I want to welcome Karen Reside, who's the chair of the Long Beach Great Panthers and 4th District chair of the LA County Commission on Aging. I think you've got a little bit of a taste for Karen. I had a chance to meet her at Heritage Gardens, but to talk with her a little bit before this, and I think you got a flavor for what Karen means to this community and to the seniors here. But I was noting that the philosophy of the Great Panthers is age and youth in action. So it's everybody, and it's looking at life and issues from different perspectives. But it's not just seniors who can be part of the Great Panthers. In fact, the way that they engage all ages around issues that may affect primarily seniors is really prominent. Social Security reform, housing, all of these touch all of our lives at some point, we hope. So grateful for Karen, her support on this, and all that she does in the city to make our community better for our seniors. So Karen.
As we begin to celebrate Thanksgiving next week, I want to start off giving thanks. There is so much to be thankful for in spite of the outcome of the election. We're still here. This project, I heard about this project. I used to live around the corner, and I went to the first community meeting on it. And when it fell into Mercy's hands, and I heard that, I was so excited. The Gray Panthers are celebrating their 50th anniversary this year. And I'm going to get a little emotional because I grew up in Lakewood. My grandmother lived on First and Gaviota. When you talk about here, I feel like I'm living that story. I spent every weekend in Long Beach, and it seems to be coming full circle. And this project represents what we can achieve when we all work together. And it's amazing. This project just is happening so fast. The seniors, I'm an example of the senior that will be applying to live in the building. The housing costs have been exceeding our incomes. Most seniors live on their Social Security. I could not live in Long Beach if I did not have affordable housing. Many of the seniors that go to the senior center every day to have lunch are living on less than $1,000 a month. A building like this means the difference between them having a life with dignity and having resources that they need. So we want to thank you to our mayor and city council that has the visions to put these projects on a fast track to happen. And to Janice Hahn, who appointed me to the LA County Commission on Aging so I could learn about the scope of senior issues all throughout the county, not just in Long Beach. And to Connor, who taught me to lobby, and to Wells Fargo, who is supporting funding, and all the other agencies that are supporting funding. This will mean the difference between seniors being able to live life with dignity and comfort. And we have 4 members that are living in Heritage Gardens. We managed to get them in. And they just love living there. Every day they come and tell me how much they love being there. So Mercy Housing has been a great partner, and we hope that they will build many more buildings in Long Beach to house more and more of our seniors. And thank you for all showing up today, and we'll see you at the groundbreaking.
Thank you, Karen. So we're at the end now. A few other acknowledgments that I want to make. Recognize Jamara Hayner. Jamara is our Long Beach-based, one of our board members who happens to be based in Long Beach. Yeah. So Jamara's fantastic. If you don't know her, grateful she's able to support us today. From Studio 111, I want to recognize Ryan Caldera and Rolando Tapia. Another beautiful project with Studio 111 will rise here. I don't know if Jack is here from AMJ Construction, but want to recognize our construction team. So AMJ is our construction manager, and then do we have the Walton team? So Stephanie Calderon, Geneva Romero, Nikki Avila. Thank you for what's ahead. We're excited to see this come up, and 18 months-ish will go very fast, as we know. So thank you all for coming today, for celebrating this moment. As Karen reminded us, at a time of thanks, there are many things to be thankful for. Grateful for all of you in partnering with us on this, and I think we're going to move to some dirt. So we're going to move over here and have a great day and a great Thanksgiving.